What is up, Taurus? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. My name's Jordyn. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on for you guys. I'm going to be using Dreams of Gaia Tarot and Spellcasters for you. Personal bookings are down in the description box through my website, and check out Patreon if you want a free 10-minute reading, right? So we have the Three of Earth. And then we have Perception. What I feel very like Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse to me is like an energy of, I don't like to call it failure, but it's like you've invested in things, and if you feel as if like you're wasting time or like you keep hitting a brick wall, to me, I feel like this is like a massive, like you're being forced on pause. Like, stop trying to force this. Don't be forceful with it. Allow things to unfold for you. Like, change your perspective. Maybe it's not moving forward because the universe is saying like, this is quite literally your time to recoup. This is your time to heal, right? So just be mindful of that. The Three of Earth, and then we have Perception. Yeah. Yeah, very much like a very Seven of Pentacles energy here. It feels very much like building. Why isn't this working out? I feel like you're meant to be on pause, and you are Venusian energy. Venus is direct. Like this is a great time to be receptive instead of trying to be not productive, but instead of being masculine, instead of being the one producing things, allowing yourself to just go about your day-to-day routine with a more flowing energy, a more receptive energy. Let's see what else we got for you. Taurus. Okay, I feel somebody else coming in. King of Cups, and then we have the Three of Air, and then we have the Child in reverse. The Child in reverse reminds me of the Page of Cups for some reason. This is like the innocent self to me. It's like the wounded child when I have it in reverse. The Three of Air. If you have somebody who's like, let me help you, this is a caretaker. This feels very much like a caretaker. This could even be you wanting, this is a very interesting, this feels like something that's going on with another person, but this could also be something you're guilty of yourself. So let's start there. So just take it as it resonates. This individual is very loving. They like to educate themselves on things, and they use their mental mind or their practical mind a lot, and even though they're doing it from a place of care, it's actually rooted in this idea of like, well, if I help them, then that will help me, or it will make me feel needed, it will make me feel wanted, and then I will feel fulfilled, right? It's going to fill that void that you really need to fill within yourself, instead of trying to fill externally by meeting other people's needs. You need to meet your own need, right? It's like you're learning these things or doing these things for other people when you really need to start doing them for yourself. So let's say you're that friend that knows how to give great advice, but you don't take your own advice. It's kind of like that. Like, you're really loving, you're really kind, you know all these things, you know how to apply them for other people, but it's just time to do it for yourself though too. It's kind of like that. The Child in reverse. And you know it. This person knows this. This feels like a very mirror energy. It's a very wise energy, but it's like, ooh, I need to like apply this to my own life now, right? Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Yeah. Which is connection. You're learning a lot through your connections, through your relationships. You're probably seeing this play full circle right now, which is really nice. Six of Cups. Six of Cups. This is not the same as like traditional Rider-Waite tarot, this particular tarot deck, so it's not like the normal Six of Cups. This has a different meaning. This feels like very like the Six of Cups feels like a connection with the soul, not like, ooh, it's a soulmate connection. It feels like connecting with your own soul, like really understanding like who you are on a new level. I don't want to say like on a certain level, on a new level. You're understanding your authentic self, like where you might be disconnected or where you might need to heal something. Underneath that, we do have the Eight of Water, which I really like as well. To me, this is an energy of alignment. You might even be going through an awakening or a Kundalini activation. I like this. I like this a lot. So let's clarify now. Cool. Cool stuff. Oh, sorry, that was loud. The moon in strength in reverse. 2 majors as your first cards. Okay. Why do I hear honoring self with this? You might not have done this. All of a sudden I feel a lot of anger with this for some reason. I feel anger and sadness. It's like a teeter-totter between the two. This is really weird. Like I literally feel like my face and my brain is like split in half. Like I feel anger on one side and then sadness. Feel anger on my masculine and sadness on the feminine. So if it's almost, anger is a secondary emotion. So if you are like ashamed to show, just like scratched myself. If you're like ashamed, or if you're not want to really be vulnerable, you might express your sadness as anger when you're around people, but then like break down and cry when you're alone at home. Okay, so just be mindful of that, because the moon is what we keep hidden, and strength in reverse tells me that it's rooted in like the ego. It's rooted in like an untamed version of your ego. So that would explain that a dysregulated nervous system, basically, right? Or a lack of vulnerability, or an unwillingness to express how you really feel in a healthy way. Okay, so just be mindful of that. That's what we got going on here with the moon and the strength card, because strength is quite literally the divine feminine, the left side, right? Left lady, taming the lion, the ego, which is the ego is our emotions and whether or not we use them in a proper way. So let's look at perception. Again, I keep hearing who's this. So we have the 8 of Swords and then the 4 of Pentacles wanting to stay on the table. This is what you're trying to build. This is what you're trying to build or invest in, whether it be a job project or a relationship. You're really holding on to this. This is something that you're very stuck in. There's actually a bull behind this particular 8 of Swords. This is Gemini energy. We have Mars and Gemini right now for a long time. And it's going to be retrograding, I believe, next week, at the end of October. And then with the 4 of Pentacles, this is very thought driven. This is very practical. It's very earthy. This is where you need to get into this emotional side. When you get out of the head and you get more into the heart space, if you're too into the head and you're not balancing that with the emotions, you're never going to integrate both of your bodies and be in equilibrium. You're always going to be off kilter, right? And because of that, you're never going to see the full picture of self. It's kind of like if you're standing in the middle of a battlefield and you never get a sky view of it, you're never really going to see, ooh, what's the best plan of attack here, right? You got to do that with yourself at times too. 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. This feels like, this definitely feels like a dynamic, whether it be a coworker or a boss or an actual relationship, friendship, romantic, platonic, doesn't matter, where it's almost like you're too close to it to understand how to resolve it, and you're mirroring each other. That's really what this is starting to feel like. And it feels like toxic here, and then it feels like all this love, and it goes like from love, sadness, anger, love, sadness, anger, back and forth, back and forth. It's weird. Let's look at King of Pentacles. King of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles under this, I believe. Yeah, King of Earth. There it is, underneath this 8 of Cups. King of Wands in reverse. There's the anger. Yeah. And 9 of Pentacles. So there's that isolation of self, right? So then when we get into the, I don't want to show all the love I have, right? The insecurity, then it's like, I'm just going to go withdraw. So then we get into this upset and we pull within. 9 of Pentacles, the insecurity. Because this 9 of Pentacles is very different than traditional, like 9 of Pentacles, a majority of tarot decks. This 9 of Pentacles does not look happy, doesn't look confident, doesn't look satisfied. It's like very lackluster, like, life is, oh, I'm alone, right? It's not really happy about the situation. 9 of Pentacles is the mastery of self, though. That is why this situation is happening. Both people need to learn how to master their own emotional state, their own mental, emotional, and spiritual body, the 3 bodies, right? Even though there's 5 of them, but that's a whole nother conversation. Okay, let's get into the 3 of Air. This is the study. This is the knowledge, the education. You might even, yeah, oh, this is great. Oh, I love this. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. I love this. I love this so much. This just made me so happy. We have the Devil in reverse. This is great. And then the feminine energy comes in. So this is the withdraw. Like, okay, it's almost, it feels like a hermit energy, but it's almost like, let me not speak through my distorted ego, right? Let me not speak through my anger. Let me not speak through my pain. Let me not speak through all these parts of me that are my responsibility to heal, right? Let me not do that, because it's creating stagnancy, right? It's creating an energy of failure. It's creating an energy that is not moving us forward, right? It's not moving me forward where I would like to be either, right? That is what's happening. This is a very collective energy. And so when the feminine comes out, again, there's another bull, but this is also Libra energy. Libra is the other Venusian energy. It's your partner that rules Venus with you. So it's very cohesive with your energy. Very nice. I love this. This is great. And then, so with the Three of Air, or the Three of Swords, which is also Libra energy in traditional tarot, this is the studying of self. It's the understanding of, okay, what can I heal within me that is no longer serving me or keeping me bound to old ways of thinking, perceiving, or speaking, right? Swords, thought, intellect, and communication. How can I learn more about me to let go of these behaviors, right? Because feminine energy is very present. It's studying that, understanding it to move forward. And then we go into the healing of it all with the child. So let's look at the child. This is nice. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, Stan. Good for you. Good for you. Let's look at the child. Justice in reverse. Hooky. This is like, I know some of you are like, what's that mean? This is it's almost like accepting that I can leave this, I don't want to say it that way. I will say this is my opinion of this. When we work with old versions of ourselves, we don't want to say, oh, I'm going to reject that version of me, that I'm no longer that person. No, and in my opinion, right, through my journey, this is what I found has worked for me, and maybe it will help you. I never reject a part of me. I always love and forgive and accept every part of me, and I reintegrate it. And I say, I am no longer going to embody who you were, but I accept you and I mother you, right? And I've now found better ways to meet your needs, but we're no longer going to behave in that manner, right? Because you're just growing. You're just growing, right? But if you leave that version of you and say, oh no, like, I'm not that chick, she was horrible, you're rejecting a version of yourself. Don't reject yourself, forgive yourself. There's a difference in it. There's a difference of it, because then you're rejecting a part of your soul. You're rejecting a part of your being. You don't want to reject yourself. You want to heal those parts of yourself and not be ashamed of it. And say, you know what, I'm proud of myself for being and going through that, because if I didn't go through that, I would not be who I am today, because I needed to be that person to be this person. So what all that you're doing is that you are breaking the bond with those behaviors, with those wounds. That's all this is. That's what this is. You are breaking the bond with those wounds. I'm no longer attached to those wounds. I'm no longer attached to those behaviors because they don't serve me. But I love all parts of me, and I love all experiences that I've been through. There's a difference. But when you start rejecting yourself, oh, I hated myself when I was this young, or that age, and this age, and that experience. You're rejecting a part of you. No, I love myself in all experiences, and I forgive myself in all experiences, because every experience has made me who I am today. And I'm learning to love, and I do love, and every day I learn to grow more in who I am today, right? So you're just breaking the bond with whatever wound that you had. Six of Cups. Ah! Knight of Wands. Ooh, okay. Creative energy, yeah, nice. Okay, so now that you're learning, okay, so the Six of Cups is in traditional tarot, even though this is not a traditional tarot deck, but sixes are Taurus energy, right? Sixes are Venusian energy, and they are also the energy of balance and equilibrium, and they break down to a 3, so it's manifestation. Most things break down to a 3 though. But anyway, this is an energy of creation, but it's also an energy of finding balance within yourself. And so I like that the Knight of Wands shows up next to the Magician, no less, because it shows me that now that you're breaking these bonds with these old wounds, you're getting into this place of manifestation and creation within yourself, so you can really start to move forward and create the lifestyle that you want, the version of yourself that you want. And you might be continuing this relationship, or you might be breaking free from it, because maybe it's perpetuating these wounds, or maybe you're healing yourself, whether you have a relationship or not. Maybe this was just a version of you altogether. But the Knight of Wands tells me that you are starting to find this joy, this creation, right? This excitement in you again. And things aren't going to feel stagnant. Things are going to start to pick up. Things are going to start to be really exciting. I like this. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Ace of Wands, yeah, brand new cycle. With the okay, I like this. 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Anything that, yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse, you're closing the door. You're closing the door on things that perpetuated stagnancy, lack, or fives are an energy of the lowest, right? When we have the fives, like if we go to a 5 of Swords or a 5 of Pentacles or a 5 of Wands, that's the struggle. Anything that perpetuates struggle or takes your peace, I should say, you're like, no, that's a burden. I'm no longer doing it. I'm dropping it. I'm leaving it behind because, whoop, sorry, my camera's backwards. I want my Ace of Wands. I want my new beginning. So you're starting your new cycle with those intentions, which is amazing. That's great. But Taurus, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being part of my YouTube family. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And let me know what's going on. I'll talk to you in the comments. Please comment. I like talking to you guys. And I'll see you next time.